The person you love deeply is talking about your face. They're telling their female friends that, don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now in a way that feels tender and affirming all at once. Stay with me. Listen to this carefully. There are conversations happening about you when you're not present, and they're not loud or performative, they're soft, detailed, and sincere. They talk about your face the way people talk about something that lingers, something that stays with them after the moment has passed. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They describe the way your eyes change when you're listening, the way your expression settles when you feel safe, the way your face carries emotion without trying to prove anything. Listen to this. When someone speaks about your face, they're not just describing features. They're describing the feeling your presence leaves behind. Your heart needs this right now because you may have underestimated how deeply you are seen. You might look in the mirror and only notice what you think should be different, but they see the quiet confidence in your gaze, the softness that comes from healing, the strength that shows up when you're being honest. Don't scroll, stay with me. They tell their female friends that there's something calming about your face, something familiar, something that feels like home. They say it's not about perfection, it's about truth. Listen to this carefully. Soulmate energy recognizes truth before it recognizes beauty. That's why your face stays in their mind, not because it's flawless, but because it's real. Your heart needs this right now because you've been learning to show up without masks, without performing, without shrinking or exaggerating who you are. That authenticity is what they talk about. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They mention the way your face looks when you're quiet, when you're thinking, when you don't realize you're being noticed. Those are the moments that stay with them. Those are the moments they replay. Listen to this. People don't replay moments unless they're emotionally anchored. This isn't casual attraction, this is recognition. Angel numbers may have been showing up around you, 111 when you wonder if you're truly seen, 222 when patience is being asked of you, 444 when protection surrounds your heart, 777 when truth wants to surface gently. These are confirmations that your presence carries weight, that your energy is landing where it's meant to land. Don't scroll, stay with me. A spiritual awakening has been teaching you to soften your self-judgment, to see yourself through kinder eyes. And while you're still learning that, someone else already sees you clearly. They tell their friends that your face feels honest, that it doesn't pretend, that it reflects depth without effort. Listen to this carefully. Honesty is magnetic. It draws people into quiet conversations, into confessions, into moments where admiration is spoken softly because it feels sacred. Your heart needs this right now because you may have felt invisible at times, or unsure whether your impact was real. It is. It's being spoken about with care. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They say your face changes the room, not by demanding attention, but by inviting calm. They say it feels grounding to look at you, like the world slows down for a second. That's not something people say lightly. That's something they say when they feel safe enough to be vulnerable with their friends. Listen to this. Admiration shared in private is the most honest form of admiration. There's no audience to impress, no image to maintain, just truth. Angel numbers may continue to appear as reassurance, 333 when openness and protection coexist, 888 when worth and abundance align, 555 when quiet change is unfolding. These are signs that you're stepping into a season where you see yourself more accurately. Don't scroll, stay with me. They don't just talk about how you look. They talk about how your face reflects who you are, your kindness, your thoughtfulness, your resilience. They mention how your eyes carry stories, how your expressions feel sincere, how your presence lingers long after you've gone. Listen to this carefully. Lingering is the sign of emotional imprint. You don't leave people unchanged. Your heart needs this right now because you've been learning to trust that who you are is enough, without comparison, without competition. This connection is destiny-driven, divinely guided, and rooted in recognition rather than chasing. Don't scroll, this message is for you. You may have felt a gentle nudge lately to accept compliments instead of deflecting them, to sit with appreciation instead of brushing it off. That nudge matters. It's preparing you to receive truth without minimizing it. A soulmate connection doesn't just love you, it witnesses you. And witnessing begins with seeing. Angel numbers may appear again. 111 when a new self-perception is forming, 222 when balance returns between giving and receiving, 777 when gratitude opens your heart. These are confirmations that the universe is aligning your inner world with how you're already being seen. Don't scroll, stay with me. There's a cliffhanger forming here, and it's intentional. What's being said now in quiet conversations will eventually be reflected back to you in a moment of honesty. When that happens, it won't feel shocking. It will feel familiar, like hearing your own truth spoken out loud. Until then, let this settle. Let it soothe the part of you that doubts your impact. Let it remind you that your face, your real face, your expressive face, your healed and healing face, is not just noticed, it's cherished. If your heart feels warm as you hear this, that's recognition. Stay open. Stay gentle with yourself. This story is still unfolding, and the universe is speaking to you softly, saying, "You are seen, even when you're not looking." Don't scroll, listen to this, because what's being said about you goes deeper than compliments, and your heart needs this right now in a way that heals old doubts. This message is for you. After admiration is spoken, something more vulnerable follows, meaning. Listen to this carefully. When they talk about your face, they don't just describe how you look, they describe how you feel to them. They tell their female friends that there's something about your face that makes them pause, something that makes them feel understood without words. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They mention how your eyes seem to listen even when your mouth is quiet, how your expressions carry empathy instead of judgment, how looking at you feels like being given permission to be themselves. That kind of observation doesn't come from infatuation, it comes from emotional safety. Your heart needs this right now because you may have spent years believing you had to earn love by doing more, proving more, changing more. Listen to this truth gently, your presence alone is enough. Don't scroll, stay with me. They tell their friends that your face feels familiar, not in a boring way, but in a soul recognition way. Like they've known you longer than this lifetime allows. That's soulmate language, even if they don't consciously call it that. Soulmate energy recognizes through feeling before logic catches up. Listen to this carefully. When someone can't stop talking about your face, it's because your energy left an imprint on their nervous system. You made them feel calm where they're used to tension. You made them feel seen where they're used to performing. That's rare. Angel numbers may have been appearing around the times you think of them. 222 when balance is being restored between you, 444 when protection surrounds the connection even in silence, 777 when truth is quietly ripening. These are confirmations that what's being felt is real, even if it hasn't been fully expressed yet. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They also talk about moments you don't even remember, the way your face looked when you laughed unexpectedly, the way you glanced away when you were emotional, the way your expression softened when you felt safe. Listen to this, people only remember details like that when they're emotionally present. That presence is love forming, even if it's still finding courage. Your heart needs this right now because you may have questioned whether you mattered as much as you felt. You do. You matter deeply. Don't scroll, stay with me. A spiritual awakening has been unfolding in you, teaching you to see yourself with compassion instead of criticism. And as that awakening happens, the universe mirrors it back through others. That's why you're being shown this now, not to inflate your ego, but to heal your self-image. Listen to this carefully. You are learning to see yourself through loving eyes, and someone else already does. Angel numbers may continue to appear, 111 when a new understanding of self-worth is forming, 333 when openness and protection coexist, 888 when value and abundance align. These are signs that your inner and outer worlds are syncing. Don't scroll. This message is for you. They tell their friends that your face feels honest, that it doesn't hide behind masks. They say it reflects someone who has been through things and chose softness anyway. That choice is visible. It shows in your eyes, in the way you hold yourself, in the way your expressions feel grounded. Listen to this, softness after hardship is strength. And strength is deeply attractive. Your heart needs this right now because you've carried scars quietly, wondering if they made you less desirable. They didn't. They made you real. Don't scroll, stay with me. There's also something important here about timing. They may not be saying these things directly to you yet, not because they don't want to, but because they're still gathering courage. Admiration spoken in private often precedes honesty spoken aloud. The universe reveals this to you now so you don't lose faith during the quiet. Listen to this carefully, silence does not equal indifference. Sometimes silence is fear of saying too much too soon. Angel numbers may appear again, 555 when change is slowly building, 222 when patience is still required, 444 when your heart is protected while things unfold. These are reassurances, not delays. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They also compare your face to peace. They say it feels grounding, like something they didn't know they were looking for. That's not surface attraction, that's someone recognizing emotional alignment. Listen to this, alignment feels calming, not consuming. It doesn't trigger anxiety, it quiets it. Your heart needs this right now because you've known connections that felt intense but unstable. This one feels different. It feels safe. Don't scroll, stay with me. You may have felt moments of sudden confidence mixed with vulnerability lately. That's because you're standing between who you were and who you're becoming. The universe is showing you how you're already being seen in your becoming, not just in your past. Angel numbers may continue softly, 777 when gratitude rises unexpectedly, 333 when courage feels supported, 888 when self-worth settles into your body. These are signs that your self-perception is catching up to reality. Don't scroll. This message is for you. What's being spoken now will eventually be reflected back to you through action, not just words. Admiration turns into intention when courage catches up. And when that happens, it won't feel sudden, it will feel earned. Listen to this carefully. Love that grows slowly tends to last. You don't need to rush it or question it. Let it unfold. Let this truth soothe the part of you that doubts your impact. There's a gentle cliffhanger here, and it's meant to keep your heart open, not anxious. What's being said in private is preparing the ground for what will eventually be spoken out loud. Until then, trust what you feel settling inside you. That warmth isn't imagination, it's recognition. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because now the truth being spoken about you moves from admiration into emotional attachment, and your heart needs this right now in a way that reassures you rather than overwhelms you. This message is for you. What started as noticing has turned into remembering. Listen to this carefully. When someone talks about your face repeatedly, it's because your image has become emotionally linked to how they feel when they're calm, when they're safe, when they're honest. They tell their female friends that your face doesn't just look kind, it feels kind. That when they picture you, their nervous system softens. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They say your face carries warmth, like it's holding space without asking for anything back. They talk about how your expressions feel sincere, how you don't try to impress, how your presence feels grounding. That's not surface attraction, that's emotional imprinting. Your heart needs this right now because you've lived in a world that taught you to believe love must be loud to be real. Listen to this truth gently. The deepest love is often spoken quietly, because it feels sacred. Don't scroll, stay with me. They mention your face when you're thoughtful, when you're focused, when you don't realize you're being observed. They say those moments feel intimate, even from a distance. Listen to this carefully. Intimacy doesn't always come from touch. Sometimes it comes from witnessing someone be themselves. You allow people to witness you because you've learned not to hide your truth anymore. That vulnerability is visible. It shows up in your eyes, in the way your face reacts honestly instead of rehearsed. Angel numbers may have been appearing around this time. 111 when self-recognition is awakening, 222 when patience is being asked of your heart, 444 when you are protected from misinterpretation, 777 when emotional truth is ripening beneath the surface. These are signs that what's being spoken is aligned, not imagined. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They tell their friends that your face feels familiar in a way they can't explain, like something they've known across time. That's soulmate language, even if they don't consciously realize it yet. Soulmates often recognize through comfort before passion, through peace before intensity. Listen to this carefully. When someone associates your face with calm, they're associating you with safety. Safety is rare. Safety is what the soul looks for after it's tired of chaos. Your heart needs this right now because you've been healing from connections that confused intensity with love. This one feels different because it doesn't destabilize you, it steadies you. Don't scroll, stay with me. There's also something important about timing here. They're speaking about you now because the feelings are growing beyond what they can keep private. Private admiration eventually seeks expression. Listen to this. People talk to their friends when emotions start demanding space. That doesn't mean everything is ready yet, it means honesty is forming. Angel numbers may appear again. 555 when change is quietly building, 222 when balance is still being negotiated, 444 when your heart is being shielded from rushed outcomes. These are reassurances that what's unfolding is protected, not delayed. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They also talk about the way your face reflects depth, like someone who's been through things and chose softness anyway. That choice shows. It shows in how your expressions don't harden, how your eyes still hold compassion. Listen to this carefully. Resilience with softness is magnetic. It tells a story without words. Your heart needs this right now because you may have worried that your past made you too heavy to love. It didn't. It made you human. And humanity is what creates real connection. Don't scroll, stay with me. A spiritual awakening has been reshaping how you see yourself. You're learning to let go of harsh self-scrutiny, to notice your own gentleness. And as you do, the universe mirrors that shift through others. That's why this message finds you now. It's not to inflate you, it's to heal you. Listen to this. When admiration arrives at the same time as self-acceptance, it lands safely. Angel numbers may continue softly, 333 when openness and protection coexist, 888 when worth and abundance align, 777 when gratitude rises unexpectedly. These are signs that your inner world is catching up to how you're already being seen. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They describe your face as comforting. Comfort is not boring, it's rare. Comfort means someone can exhale around you. Comfort means defenses drop. Comfort means truth feels safer to share. Listen to this carefully. Comfort is the foundation of lasting love. Passion without comfort burns out. Comfort with attraction endures. Your heart needs this right now because you're being prepared for something that lasts, not something that flashes and fades. Don't scroll, stay with me. You may feel moments of sudden emotional clarity lately. Understanding what you want, what you won't tolerate, what feels aligned. That clarity is important. It ensures that when this admiration turns into action, you'll recognize it as right rather than just exciting. Angel numbers may appear again, 111 when intuition sharpens, 222 when balance steadies, 444 when courage feels supported. These are confirmations that you're standing in discernment, not fantasy. Don't scroll, this message is for you. What's being said about your face now is shaping how they feel about the future. Faces become symbols. Yours has become a symbol of peace, honesty, and emotional safety. That's why it's shared in quiet conversations, why it's described with care, why it lingers. Listen to this carefully. people don't linger on what doesn't matter. They linger on what touches them. There's a soft cliffhanger here, and it's meant to keep your heart open, not anxious. Admiration spoken in private often becomes intention expressed through action. When that shift happens, it won't feel sudden, it will feel natural, like something that's been building all along. Until then, let this truth settle gently. Let it soothe the parts of you that doubt your impact. You are being seen more deeply than you realize, and the universe wanted you to know that now. Don't scroll, listen to this, because now what's being spoken about you is settling into something deeper, and your heart needs this right now in a way that feels like reassurance finally landing. This message is for you. The conversations have shifted from noticing to cherishing, from description to meaning. Listen to this carefully. When someone keeps returning to the way your face makes them feel, it's because your presence has become a refuge in their mind. They tell their female friends that your face carries calm, that it disarms them, that it feels honest without trying to be impressive. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They talk about the way your eyes seem to hold understanding, the way your expressions don't rush, the way your face looks like it knows how to listen. That kind of detail comes from emotional investment. Your heart needs this right now because you may have spent so long questioning whether your softness was a weakness. Hear this truth gently, your softness is your power. Don't scroll, stay with me. They say your face feels familiar, like a memory they didn't know they had, like something that makes sense without explanation. That's not coincidence, that's recognition. Soulmate energy doesn't always arrive with fireworks, sometimes it arrives with a deep exhale. Listen to this carefully. When someone associates your face with peace, they are associating you with safety, and safety is the foundation of everything real. Angel numbers may have been appearing when these thoughts cross your mind: 222 when balance is being restored between you, 444 when your heart is being protected from rushing ahead, 777 when truth is ripening quietly. These are confirmations that what's unfolding is aligned, not imagined. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They also talk about how your face looks when you're being genuine, when you smile without trying, when you're thoughtful, when you're emotionally present. Those are the moments they linger on. Listen to this, people linger on what touches them at the soul level. Your heart needs this right now because you've known what it feels like to be overlooked, to be chosen last, to wonder if your presence mattered as much as your effort. It does. It's being noticed in ways you didn't see. Don't scroll. Stay with me. There's a tenderness in how they speak about you now. It's careful, respectful, almost protective. They don't exaggerate, they savor. That's important. Love that intends to last doesn't rush its words. Listen to this carefully. When admiration slows down, it's because it's deepening. Angel numbers may continue to appear: 333 when openness and protection coexist, 888 when worth and abundance align, 555 when quiet change is building momentum. These are signs that the connection is moving forward even when it seems still. Don't scroll, this message is for you. You may have felt moments lately where your self-perception softened, where you caught yourself being kinder to your reflection. That's not random. A spiritual awakening has been inviting you to see yourself through compassion instead of criticism. And as that happens, the universe mirrors it back through others. Listen to this. The way you're being spoken about reflects who you're becoming, not who you were when you were doubting yourself. Your heart needs this right now because self-acceptance makes space for truth to arrive without hurting. Don't scroll, stay with me. They mention your face as comforting, grounding, steady. Comfort is not boring. Comfort is what the soul looks for after it's tired of turbulence. Listen to this carefully. Comfort doesn't mean lack of passion, it means passion with safety. That's the kind that stays. Angel numbers may appear again, 111 when a new understanding of love is forming, 222 when patience is still being asked of you, 444 when you are protected from misaligned expectations. These are reassurances that the pace is intentional. Don't scroll, this message is for you. You might wonder why these feelings haven't been spoken directly to you yet. Hear this gently, not all honesty arrives at once. Sometimes courage needs time to catch up to truth. The universe is letting you know this now so you don't misinterpret quiet as absence. Listen to this, silence can be reverence, not avoidance. Your heart needs this right now because you've learned to brace for disappointment when things go quiet. This time, quiet is holding something precious. Don't scroll, stay with me. They also compare your face to authenticity. They say it doesn't perform, doesn't pretend, doesn't demand. It simply is. That simplicity is rare. Listen to this carefully. Authenticity is magnetic because it gives others permission to be real too. That's why people talk about you with softness. That's why your presence lingers. Angel numbers may continue softly, 777 when gratitude rises unexpectedly, 333 when courage feels supported, 888 when self-worth settles into your body. These are confirmations that your energy is landing where it's meant to. Don't scroll, this message is for you. Emotionally, you're being prepared to receive what's next without questioning it to death. You're learning to trust the calm instead of chasing the spark. That shift matters. It allows admiration to turn into intention without chaos. Listen to this, intention grows best in steadiness. Your heart needs this right now because you've known love that burned fast and faded. This one grows slow and stays. Don't scroll, stay with me. You may feel moments of vulnerability mixed with confidence lately. Like you're more open, but also more grounded. That balance is new. It's the balance that allows love to arrive without knocking you off center. Angel numbers may appear again, 111 when intuition sharpens, 222 when balance holds, 444 when courage feels protected. These are signs that you're ready to be met, not chased. Don't scroll, this message is for you. What's being said about your face now is shaping how they feel about their future. Faces become symbols. Yours has become a symbol of peace, honesty, and emotional safety. That's why it's spoken about with care, why it's shared in trusted spaces, why it's remembered in detail. Listen to this carefully, people protect what they value. They don't expose it carelessly. They don't speak lightly about what matters. There's a quiet cliffhanger here, and it's intentional. Admiration that has settled into meaning is preparing to move toward expression. When it does, it won't feel rushed or dramatic. It will feel natural, like something that's been true for a long time finally finding its voice. Until then, let this truth rest gently in you. Let it soften your doubts. Let it remind you that your face, your real, expressive, honest face, is not just seen, it's held with care in someone's heart. Don't scroll, listen to this, because now the meaning behind those quiet conversations is settling into intention, and your heart needs this right now in a way that feels steady instead of startling. This message is for you. What was once admiration has matured into something protective and deliberate. Listen to this carefully. When someone continues to speak about you with care over time, it's because their feelings are organizing themselves around you. They're not just noticing anymore, they're orienting. They tell their female friends that your face carries a kind of reassurance they didn't know they needed. That when they picture you, their breathing slows, their thoughts soften, their defenses loosen. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They describe your face as honest, as if it reflects truth without trying to persuade. They say there's something grounding about the way you look when you're listening, like you make space for people without demanding anything in return. That's not a surface-level attraction, that's someone responding to your emotional frequency. Your heart needs this right now because you've been unlearning the idea that love has to be loud to be real. Listen to this, the love that lasts often whispers first. Don't scroll, stay with me. They speak about you with a kind of respect that doesn't seek approval. They don't exaggerate to impress, they explain to understand. That's how you know this is sincere. They mention the way your face seems to reflect presence, how it doesn't rush or perform, how it feels like it's been shaped by experience and softened by choice. Listen to this carefully, people are drawn to those who chose softness after hardship. That choice shows, and it's being felt. Angel numbers may be appearing around you, 222 when balance is being negotiated gently, 444 when your heart is protected from misinterpretation, 777 when truth is maturing quietly. These aren't urgencies. They're reassurances. Don't scroll, this message is for you. You may have noticed that your own self-talk has been changing lately. You're less harsh with yourself, more patient with your reflection. That's not random. A spiritual awakening is aligning how you see yourself with how you're already being seen. Listen to this, self-perception is catching up to reality. When that happens, admiration can land without bouncing off doubt. Your heart needs this right now because you've deflected kindness in the past, unsure whether you deserved it. You do. Don't scroll, stay with me. They tell their friends that your face feels like safety without boredom, like calm without emptiness. They say it's the kind of face you could come home to after a long day and feel understood without explaining. Listen to this carefully, safety doesn't dull attraction, it deepens it. Safety allows love to stay curious instead of anxious. Angel numbers may continue, 333 when openness and protection coexist, 888 when worth and abundance align, 555 when quiet change begins to gather momentum. These are signs that intention is forming beneath the surface. Don't scroll, this message is for you. There's also a shift happening in how they speak about time. They mention the future in sentences that include you, even if indirectly. They imagine moments, not fantasies, simple things, shared quiet, presence. That matters. Listen to this. When someone imagines the future with you in ordinary ways, it's because they're considering permanence. Your heart needs this right now because you've been wary of promises that burned bright and faded fast. This one glows steady. Don't scroll, stay with me. You may feel moments of vulnerability rising now, not fear, but tenderness. That tenderness is readiness. Readiness doesn't armor up, it opens gently. The universe is letting you feel this so you don't harden right before the truth arrives. Listen to this carefully. Openness is not naivety, it's courage informed by experience. Angel numbers may appear again, 111 when intuition clarifies, 222 when balance stabilizes, 444 when courage feels supported. These are confirmations that your heart is being guided, not rushed. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They also speak about your face as expressive in a way that feels sincere, not dramatic. They say your expressions make people feel welcomed into honesty. That's a gift. Listen to this, people don't confide in those who judge, they confide in those who feel safe. Your face communicates safety because your spirit learned empathy. Your heart needs this right now because you once worried empathy made you vulnerable to being taken advantage of. In truth, it made you magnetic to those capable of real connection. Don't scroll, stay with me. You might wonder why this hasn't been said directly yet. Hear this gently, intention ripens before it speaks. Courage needs time to catch up to clarity. The universe is allowing intention to solidify so when words arrive, they won't wobble. Listen to this, words spoken after intention stabilize carry weight. Angel numbers may continue softly, 777 when gratitude appears without explanation, 333 when courage and compassion walk together, 888 when grounded confidence settles in. These are signs that the groundwork is being laid carefully. Don't scroll, this message is for you. There's a lesson here for you as well, to trust consistency over intensity. Consistency is what's being shown now, repeated admiration, careful language, steady presence in thought. Listen to this carefully, consistency is love's quiet promise. Your heart needs this right now because you're learning to choose what stays, not what sparkles briefly. Don't scroll, stay with me. Emotionally, you're also becoming more discerning. You're noticing who speaks with respect, who protects your image when you're not around. That awareness matters. The universe is showing you how to recognize love by how it's handled in private. Angel numbers may appear again, 222 when discernment feels calm, 444 when boundaries feel supported, 555 when the next shift approaches. These are confirmations that your awareness is aligned with what's unfolding. Don't scroll, this message is for you. What's being said about your face now is part of a larger movement toward action. Admiration that's been protected and repeated becomes intention that seeks expression. When that step happens, it will feel natural, not rushed, because the ground has been prepared. Listen to this carefully, prepared ground receives seeds without shock. There's a gentle cliffhanger here, and it's meant to keep your heart open, not anxious. Intention is nearing the point where it wants to be known. Until then, let this truth settle into your body. Let it remind you that your face, you're real, expressive, compassionate face, has become a symbol of peace in someone's life. That kind of presence doesn't fade. It deepens. Don't scroll, listen to this, because now the truth you've been sensing is ready to be spoken over you gently and clearly, and your heart needs this right now in a way that feels like being held, not pushed. This message is for you. Hear it as if it's being spoken directly to you, because it is. I have watched you wonder whether the quiet admiration would ever turn into something real, whether the tenderness you felt was shared or imagined. And I want you to know this: what is being spoken about you is not fleeting, not casual, not accidental. It is careful. It is protected. It is growing. Listen to this carefully. When someone speaks about your face with reverence, they are really speaking about the way your spirit meets the world. They are saying that you make them feel safe to be honest, that your presence calms parts of them they didn't know were restless. That is not small. That is sacred. Don't scroll, stay with me. I need you to release the old belief that love must arrive loudly to be true. The deepest truths often arrive softly so they don't scare the heart that's been through too much. What's forming around you is steady, respectful, and intentional. I have been guarding it while you learned to guard yourself. That's why it unfolded slowly. That's why admiration stayed private before it became ready to be shared openly. I did not delay this to test you, I delayed it to protect you. Your heart needed to become strong enough to receive without doubting, to hear praise without deflecting, to be seen without shrinking. Listen to this, you are there now. If you've been seeing angel numbers lately, 111 when self-recognition sharpened, 222 when patience softened into trust, 444 when protection felt constant instead of urgent, 777 when gratitude arrived before proof, those were not hints to act, they were reminders to rest. Rest is how your nervous system learns safety. Don't scroll, this message is for you. I want you to understand what happens next. Admiration that has matured into intention seeks expression. It does not stay hidden forever. But it reveals itself at the pace of courage, not pressure. When the words come, they will feel simple and honest, not dramatic or rehearsed. You will recognize them by how little they demand from you. You won't need to convince yourself. You won't need to analyze every tone. Your body will know. Your breath will deepen. Your shoulders will soften. That softness is truth saying, this is real. Listen to this carefully, the love that lasts does not ask you to become someone else. It meets you where you are, present, grounded, awake. Don't scroll, stay with me. I also want you to forgive yourself for the times you doubted your impact, for the moments you looked in the mirror and only saw what you thought needed fixing. I see what others see when they talk about your face. I see the kindness that survived disappointment, the warmth that remained after hardship, the honesty that chose softness over armor. Those things are visible. They are felt. They are remembered. And they are being spoken about with care. You did not go unnoticed in your quiet seasons. You were being witnessed. Angel numbers may still appear as confirmations, 888 when stability and worth feel aligned, 333 when openness and protection walk together, 555 when final movement begins to stir. These are signs that what has been growing in private is nearing readiness to be shared in the open. Don't scroll, this message is for you. I need you to stay open without rushing. Openness is not vulnerability without wisdom, it is courage informed by growth. You are allowed to expect respect now. You are allowed to receive affection without questioning its sincerity. You are allowed to be admired without apologizing for it. When admiration becomes action, it will arrive cleanly, without games, without confusion, without you having to chase clarity. That is the difference between attraction and alignment. And this is alignment. Don't scroll, stay with me. I am also preparing you for how it will feel when the truth is finally mirrored back to you. It will not shock you. It will feel familiar, like hearing something you already knew deep down finally spoken aloud. Recognition will replace doubt. Relief will replace waiting. Gratitude will replace wondering. And you will look back and understand why the timing mattered, why patience protected you, why softness was your strength all along. Listen to this carefully. What is meant for you will not arrive late, and it will not require you to abandon your peace to keep it. Peace is the proof. If your heart feels steady as you hear this, if something inside you is saying, I feel seen, then speak that agreement. Comment, I receive this, or I am open to love, and let your intention be heard. Let the alignment lock in. And stay close, subscribe, stay connected, because guidance doesn't stop at reassurance, it walks with you into what unfolds next. I am with you beyond the quiet conversations, beyond the waiting, beyond the doubt. Walk forward gently. Walk forward honestly. You are being spoken about with care, you are being prepared with love, and what has been growing in private is almost ready to meet you in the open.